Welcome to my channel. My name is Zaki. I'm the guy that always tells you exactly what you already knew. And today it's a quick one and a one that is actually quite applicable like every other video, because at the end of the day it's just some simple instructions you intuitively already know. So let's start. This one is quite spiritual. Conquer fear and the need for status, and God will appear. And let me elaborate on this one. For this one, we really got to go back a little bit to make certain things clear. Humans have always needed other humans, and therefore we always try to align with the tribe, with the structure, with the existing society in which we lived. We never really tried to divert from that. There were certain individuals that tried to divert from that, but those were mostly ostracized, killed, locked up, or the few that weren't killed, locked up, or ostracized, we know as geniuses or trailblazers. In my opinion, consciousness gives us all the opportunity to become a person who's a trailblazer, a person that is a trailblazer in some sort, or a genius. It doesn't even matter how you want to put it, but there is definitely this aspect of human capability in all of humanity, and it's genuinely just the person that is able to go left when everybody else is going right, because you can't really know what is on the left side when the left side is completely forbidden. Some people need to face that, enter this realm, and then just engage with it, maybe come out victorious. And victorious means in this case with a new type of knowledge that will bring a leap to humanity. And some might fail, even fail drastically, and might even become outcasts, because to go to the left side you might even really had to fight the rest of the tribe to say, okay, in my opinion, I will stick to my opinion, I will diverge from the path that is made for us, and I will try to see what is on the other side. There might be something, there might be nothing, but let me explore. And I really mean that. This sort of exploration pillar is the base of human genius. You can't be a person that is extremely lenient to existing societal structures and then be a trailblazer. It's the direct opposite. You're either one or the other. How has this become a problem? Humans always use some sort of structures to belittle or even diminish the genius of the individual. There are huge structures like religion that will give you some sort of guidelines within a realm in which you need to conform. And due to this dogmatic approach to life, there are places, things, and thoughts you shouldn't have, and you are afraid to express because there's too many limits upon them. When you are an extremely pious person who's really deep into the doctrine of some sort of religion, then there's always this question: are you pious because you are actually pious? You actually believe in the narrative? Do you believe in the narrative? Or are you pious because it was taught that being pious is the good thing, and therefore you are a good person because you are pious, and therefore you are beloved by the gods or God and will be in heaven, whatever that might mean for you. But the problem is, either way, there's some sort of limitation. Even expressing certain thoughts can be so extremely far-fetched for certain individuals because they are outside of the realm of this dogmatic approach of life. And when there is nothing beyond that wall, because you can't peek into that wall, because even when you peek into that wall, it's considered a sin, then nobody will be able to understand what is beyond that wall. There must be people that go through that wall. And this is not just in a religious sense. What I'm trying to express right now has nothing to do with religion. But it's just the way of life, the way of being. And this is something that you really got to understand. You can't be pressed into roles. You can't be pressed into roles. And let's bring a different example to make it a bit more approachable, maybe even for the Western audience that isn't that religious anyway. Okay, and in this case, I can just say, okay, since the Industrial Revolution, there was a surge in individual freedom, but this individual freedom was based obviously on financial output. And to maximize financial output, the smart approach, the approach that is the safe one, where you know, okay, when I do this for a long enough period of time, I will be gifted with the greatest of gifts that society has to offer: a house, a beautiful wife, house with picket fence, I should have stressed that, and kids, and a car or something, like material goods. And to get those things, to attain those things, you could be a trailblazer and be Henry Ford or a person like that, obviously. But to be honest, most people do not have this affinity for risk, and I'm pretty sure there are also other things involved. But how I said, certain things do just exist when you believe that they exist, but that's a completely different story. Let's say you are the person who says, okay, I just want to have these gifts, I don't want to have the risk, and therefore I will specialize the thing that I am doing every day. And being more and more specialized seems to be quite good, because you will be quite good in this specific thing that you know. But the problem with being highly specialized is also you're quite good in this one specific thing that you know, and that's everything that consumes your attention. That's everything that consumes your time. And now you can throw the ball quite good. You're the greatest pitcher ever. You're the greatest pitcher ever. But because you are the greatest pitcher ever, you have completely lost your curiosity outside of the realm. And it's not like there's no curiosity at all, but the childlike explorative nature of human beings has been diminished, and therefore also the quest for divergence. And if you haven't been under a rock during this video, or just checking out how I look right now, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you in this point, that this is how they take out genius. They make them lenient, so fearful, because when you do not have these fruits of the societal standards, you're already losing status. And status is like the god. You're afraid to lose status. And that's quite interesting. Like, a lot of people might say they have some guidance, they have some religious guidance, they have some moral compass or anything like that. But let's be honest, in most cases, it's just the fear of losing status. And when you conquer both, God will reveal itself. And with God, I just mean this love for the consciousness, this love for the place in which we are, will just expand. It's just something that will expand from that point and beyond. And you will need to understand that. And when I say this, I'm not saying that you should despise money or anything like that. I'm just saying that maybe you should trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you can even attain more than you can imagine, to be honest. Because you are imagining certain things within a very limited point of view. So just conquer fear, conquer your fear of losing status, and just become the person that is aligned with who you truly are. I'm out. Join the Zaki Simple Club in the first link in the description, and we see us tomorrow.